Broadcasting from the Any Hour Services podcast studios, I'm your host, Mike Wilson. And on this episode of In the House, we're going to be talking about extra strain the holidays put on your drains. We call it the holiday drain strain. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Did you just add, that's been added since the last time? Nice.
This is a button. So now we don't have to imaginary dance. We just go, let's go.
I like it.
This is another thing where my team, I was like, you know what we need? We need a button that, like, after I say let's go, because in my head, I always hear the theme music playing, but it's only ever playing on the finished cut of the podcast or on the video. And so we have to sit here and just be like crickets and wait an imaginary length of time for what we think, oh, the song's over. When in reality, we don't really have to wait.
Song,
they can, right? Yeah. But now, that's what's up.
So we're like 3 theme songs in right now.
Yeah. In the House is a podcast about the major systems in the house. Electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Each week, I'm joined by a panel of experts. We pick a topic and we discuss it in depth. It's meant to be informative and hopefully bring you some value. I've got Jesse with me today.
Hello, everybody.
JFW, Jesse freaking Wheeler. I remember how long have you been calling yourself that? Because I remember when I first heard it years and years ago, and I was like, that's a great nickname. But how long before that were you called JFW?
That's a funny, I'm glad you bring it up because actually that came up when I started here.
Really? So it's possible that I heard it for the first time.
Yes. You and me probably heard it the first time the same day, and it just stuck.
So did you just say it, or did you hear somebody else say it?
No, we just said it on a dart day.
I remember. That's where I heard it.
Yep, 15 years ago.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Well, 15 years ago, when we were like running things, before the podcast, before all that stuff. And now look at where we're at. Mike's hosting a podcast. Jesse's like a manager over the drains and sewer department at Any Hour Services. And, it's all good.
It's all good.
Here's the thing. Talking about, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about, the holidays and the extra strain that is on our drains. A lot of people might not realize that during the holidays, plumbing calls tick up for like clogged drains, clogged toilets, slow drains. And I don't know if a lot of people know why, and that's what we're going to discuss. Speaking of the holidays, we just launched our food drive that we do every year where people can donate canned goods, food stuff, and we collect it and then take it to the food bank. Do you know why crabs don't donate?
I don't know why they don't donate.
They're shellfish. And boom, got it.
There we go. Hit the theme song.
We need some canned laughter or like some
You
type
need
of
some
something.
drums. Need some drums for every joke.
A rim shot.
There you go.
Ba-dum-bum ching. And it could actually just be me saying ba-dum-bum ching.
Could.
Okay, that's good. Good times. Nothing ruins a holiday like when you get together and you've got a lot of people in the house and then all of a sudden a bathroom goes down.
Yep. No, it's the worst, especially when you got family living in the basement and now they're living in sewage and having to pick up all of their stuff that they just brought here from their house or from wherever it was they were traveling, and now their suitcase has sewage all over the bottom of it.
I'm not going to lie. I really thought you were going to say you got family in the basement and now they got to pick up what they just dropped off.
No, that's true too.
That's not
a lot of apology going on. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No fun. All right. So why is it that our drains, so why do we have so many more issues during the holidays?
It's a great question. And when you think about it and you explain it, it becomes very simple. So during the holidays, especially when you live in a state like Utah, you got a lot of big families, and everybody loves to come over for the holidays. I mean, it's a big deal. The last couple months of the year, and so it's a very easy 2 + 2 mathematical equation. You have a sewer line, you have a drain line, and it can only handle so much. Well, then you bring in all of your family. You're eating a lot more food. A lot more waste is going down almost every single drain in the home: showers, sinks, toilets. And if you already had previous problems in your sewer and didn't know about it, can't handle it, and so it's going to come back on you.
So, what are some warnings? I want to talk about, like, what are some warning signs so that people know, hey, this might be an issue. And then if they have any of these warning signs, or they know it might be an issue, what are some things that they can do to try and minimize the chance of having some type of problem? So warning signs first. What could be an indication that, like, hey, if you're going to have a lot of people over, you're going to be doing a lot of stuff this holidays, watch out for this.
Okay. So the first thing is a little bit of reflection. If you've had problems with your drain lines in the past, that's something you should think about. Okay. Because if you've had problems in the past with just you and your family in there, and now you're about to invite a bunch of extra family or friends over, it's guaranteed it's going to come back on you. So there's one thing you can start with, is just think about the past. 2, slow drains. If you know you have a few slow drains, that's going to be a sign that your drains are not up to snuff, ready to handle the capacity you're about to give them. And then, like I said, frequent clogs. And then always remember your garbage disposal and those kinds of things are not meant for everything under the sun. So chicken skin, bones, peels, all those things, you're going to use a lot of those, and they are not meant for that. So if you already have slow drains currently, if you've had problems in the past, or just if you're not sure, it's a great time to get it checked out and make sure that you're going to be good, because the last thing you want, there's nothing that'll stop a family party than a sewage backup in your basement. Or if you have one single floor, now you've got a sewage backup on the only floor that you can host a party or host any kind of get together.
Yeah. And, I think sewage backup, that's probably, a worst case scenario. But even it's just maybe not just as inconvenient, because that seems like that'd probably be the most inconvenient scenario. Mm-hmm. But but if a toilet gets clogged, or your kitchen sink, if you're sitting there trying to make Thanksgiving dinner or do a bunch of prep and stuff, and your kitchen sink all of a sudden isn't draining,
right?
Where are you going to wash the vegetables?
Right.
In the toilet?
No. Well, some people maybe, I don't know, but
I don't recommend it.
No, I wouldn't recommend it.
Where broccoli goes belongs in the toilet.
Yep.
I remember an episode of The Simpsons, and I don't know, I'm probably going to get this wrong, because you know how you remember things when you're young?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it may or may not have happened this way, but somehow in my mind, there's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer eats a piece of broccoli, and it gets stuck in its throat, or he starts to choke or something, and they end up going to the doctor or something. And he says, well, he was talking about the broccoli and how bad it is for you. And he's like, well, it tries to warn you with its awful taste. And every time we cook broccoli in the house, that line always comes out, to the point that my kids have probably never seen that episode, but they know that line, and they get tired of hearing it.
Yeah, well, I look at broccoli as fried okra, if it's me.
Do you fry?
Boiled, fried? Okra to me is just worse than broccoli.
Ooh, but here's the thing.
See, and I say that because I know you're from the South.
Well, fried okra, delicious. Boiled okra?
I've seen it.
That's like okra porridge. If you think about Little Miss Muffet, who sat on the tuffet eating her curds and whey, that slimy consistency, when you boil okra,
it's a slime ball.
It is.
It's yeah.
But when you fry it, you at least get a hard crunchy shell on the outside. You don't want to let that stuff sit, because then you get a soft, not crunchy shell on the outside with a bunch of slimy goo on the inside. But yeah, okra is one of those things where you got to get it just right.
I don't think you can. That's my personal opinion.
That's because you were only visiting the South.
But
my dad
would
say
say
there's
great hospitality. Don't they give you your? I never had more desserts and more extra sides, or whatever whatever you want to call it, than I did when I ate in the South. And man, there was some good stuff. But wouldn't they want to give me their best? So don't you think I got the best okra while I was there?
I don't know. Well, obviously you didn't. That or there's been a flaw in your upbringing. Yeah. So speaking of food, I guess the show.
Right.
So, all right. So what are some things that people could do? You talked about warning signs being if you've got slow drains right now, or you've had, frequent clogs in the past. Is there anything that they can do to try and like prepare and give themselves the best chance of like not having that happen?
Yes. So it might sound silly, but I know when some of my family members prepare food, they actually have extra garbage cans
That's a good one.
next to the kitchen sink or the cutting board or the food prep area, because your pills and all your extras, all the extra little ends you're cutting off of your fruits and vegetables and meats and stuff like that, those need to go in a trash can and not down the drain. That right there will take care of a very large portion of having to worry about your drains backing up. Because when you put that stuff down, it doesn't degrade really quickly. If you already have a problematic drain, it's going to get caught up, and then somebody showers, and then somebody uses the restroom. You're just having a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you can take all of that stuff, all that extra food, just pounds and pounds of food, and buy yourself a $7 extra garbage can and throw it in there while you food prep and take it outside, you're going to eliminate your chances of a disaster drastically.
Or even just instead of buying a new garbage can, move the garbage can closer to the sink.
Yeah.
Change the bag a little more often.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things that I think, if you're up for it, and we have made videos showing you how to do this, a lot of times a slow drain in a bathroom sink or a kitchen sink is because those drains are dirty. Over time, all the stuff that goes down starts to build up on the walls, and as it collects, it reduces the interior circumference of that pipe.
Correct.
And less stuff can flow. There's more things for things to get caught up on. And if you're up for it, they're not super difficult to clean. And all you're doing is cleaning everything from essentially, that drain coming down to where it goes into the wall. You're just disassembling it.
Right.
Is disassemble a word?
It is a word.
Sounds like a word.
It's a great
But
word.
sometimes it doesn't sound. You ever say a word and it sounds like this should be a word? I feel like I've been using this and people say it. I've heard people say it. But then that moment that it comes out, it's like, is that a real word?
Yeah. Coin it. Throw it on Wikipedia.
Coin it.
Cheers.
But I guess what I'm saying is like, we already established that word existed. I don't need to coin it.
Not disassemble.
Disassemble is not a word?
No, it is a word.
It is a
but
word.
if you come up with something else.
So if you were to take something apart again, you would redisassemble it. Or if you were to put it back together, you would disassemble it.
No. Mm-mm.
No?
No,
Good.
disassemble is not a word.
If you
You're
disassembled it,
dissing the disassemble.
if you disassembled it, instead of saying just, if you
that almost sounds like you're having an enunciation process, a problem, and you should have said just disassembled it.
Yeah. That
Or
was my
how
point.
about reassemble? That's a word. I
Disassemble.
disassembled it and then I reassembled it.
Sometimes I like to check the brain speed of how fast the person I'm talking to can actually process words, because if they can only process the normal words that they're used to hearing, but then you throw something at them like a disassemble, they have to then sit there and say like double negative, positive, I'm putting this thing back together. That was intelligent.
So I passed.
You didn't, because we've been talking about this for a long time, and you said no. My brain would do better hearing reassemble, which I think most people's would, but that's the problem.
I don't
normal.
think I
You
don't think
want to
I
be normal.
said that. No, I didn't. I didn't say my brain would. What?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
So,
I said you had enunciation problems. What I said.
and I guess where I was going is you have comprehension problems.
Oh, I'll look into that.
If you'd listen faster, I wouldn't have to slow
All right.
down.
Hold on, let me turn it up a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we were talking about cleaning drains. If you go to YouTube, Any Hour Services YouTube channel, you can search there. We have videos, how to clean a kitchen sink, how to clean a bathroom sink. But if you type that into YouTube, I'm sure there's hundreds of videos to do that. So one, maybe in preparation, before everybody shows up, if take some time, clean your drains. Then do what Jesse's saying. If you are going to be prepping food and making large meals, don't send everything down the garbage disposal the way that you normally would. I guess you could if you've got like an old garbage disposal and you wanted to upgrade that bad boy. That would help some as well. You can also find a video on how to replace your garbage disposal on our YouTube channel. I mean, we are out here helping people.
Yeah, we are
doing the Lord's work.
Service of your fellow beings. I don't know if. Oh,
you're going to disagree. You're about to disagree?
I am disagreeing because I don't know if, a backup or a flood.
I need another noise so that
is a good reason to change your disposal out.
When I hit the button, that it makes, like, if someone's going to disagree, I can hit a noise and it's like, going to override that.
Yeah, and talk over them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying
somebody was talking over the top.
Yeah. I was
couldn't understand what you were saying because there's too much stuff going on the show. Like you couldn't.
Are we good?
That's rude. Yeah.
No, I'm good. Fine. I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay.
I'm fine.
Try and spit out what you were saying before.
We're good.
You were saying something about the.
I think we can pass it.
No. Okay. You were going to disagree. I said you could change your garbage disposal, and you were going to say why that's a bad idea.
No, you said you could destroy your garbage disposal if you were looking for a reason. You could stick a bunch of stuff down there if it's old and wait for it to go out, and then you could replace it.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Did I say that? Austin, did you pick up that from what I was saying? Be honest. Yes, your job's on the line. You work for me, but...
If I'm being totally honest, I'm a little lost. But I do think... but I do think Jesse is... Because what he was saying before you interrupted him was
Get that on my side.
Sorry, what was he saying before I interrupted?
Well, let him finish. He just explained why.
Yeah, let me finish, Mike.
I did let him finish, and he was spitting untruths.
That is not a fact.
What's not a fact?
That I was spitting untruths.
I'm going to go back and listen.
All right,
everyone listening that probably was distracted as well. Okay, so wait.
And everybody that's listening, he can cut out whatever he wants.
Yes, I can. Okay, so
this is our flagship for the rest of
But in all honesty, did you really think I was saying destroy your garbage disposal by putting more stuff down it? Because if it came across that way, I'd need to re-clarify some things.
To me, it sounded that way, but maybe not to the listeners.
Gotcha.
So comment below.
Don't comment. Well, only comment if you agree with me, not with Jesse. I wonder if we could like merchandise these little buttons and like sell them with the pre-recorded, or we could like give people the option of
make it a bobblehead.
You could put a bobblehead on top of it. No, but what I'm thinking is we could do custom recordings. Mm-hmm. Like if people love the sound of my voice and they're like, I would like a button of Mike saying, like, maybe I'm giving them a compliment. Maybe they've got low self-esteem and they need to, like, in the morning when they're like getting ready, when they're having a bad day, on the bathroom sink, they can push a little button, be like, you look so good today. You're going to kill it.
I like it. Maybe like a fortune cookie. You got like 50 pre-recordeds, all random. They don't even know what they're going to get. It's just going to be positive.
Ooh. That's a good idea. What were we talking about?
Something about
destroying your garbage disposal. Okay,
anyway,
so what I was saying...
You can just change out your garbage disposal whenever you want.
Well, you can.
Yeah.
But that does... Okay, so what I was saying is if you have an old garbage disposal that doesn't work very well, I wasn't saying like destroy it. Sounds like if it's an old one that's not working very well, it's already been kind of destroyed. What I was saying is before everyone comes over and you're going to be using the thing a lot, you could upgrade your garbage disposal and get a new one. And I was saying that I have a video on YouTube where we show people how to replace their garbage disposal.
That's a great idea. Don't wait till Thanksgiving to use your old already on the fritz disposal.
This is all about anticipating a problem.
Yes.
Recognizing it before you get there.
Right.
And what are some steps that we can do so you can clean your drains. You can replace your garbage disposal if you want to. We talked about having the extra garbage can. Maybe don't send as much stuff down the garbage disposal. Another one that you mentioned, though, are toilets, right? They can be problematic. And I think I saw this. I don't remember where I saw it. I was probably saw it on a blog post somewhere online. But making a no flush list. Like having a conversation with your house guests. Like if you know that your toilet is temperamental, if you know you got to jiggle the handle, or you know that like, double flush if you need to, type of thing, you know, like having those conversations with people and like letting them know like, hey, don't send this down the toilet. You know, I don't know. What do you think of that?
That's a great idea. I think there's a lot of
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's a great idea. If you have bathrooms that are about to be used, you don't normally use yourself, you may want to practice with them, see how they're doing.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Like if you have a guest bathroom that people aren't going to be using, switch it up.
Right.
Go and use that bathroom for a while.
Right. See how it works. Yep.
I got to add that to my notes. That's a great idea, Jesse.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I agree with you.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm not either.
So. The people listening definitely aren't used to it.
No. Chasen's really the one with the great ideas.
Yeah.
We're missing him today.
Shout out to Chasen. We miss you.
We do. We miss you.
Austin, I'm going to pull you in on this. Do you have any ideas?
About?
Have you been listening to the show at all?
Well, give me like a specific like
sweeping?
ideas about drains in general. I mean,
no. Ideas. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. You can go back to sleep.
Yeah, okay, I'm going back to sleep.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to this particular topic. Just know that drain issues increase during the holidays because drain usage increases during the holidays. And if you are used to having issues, take some steps preemptively. Again, preemptive sounds like the right word.
That's a word.
Preemptively to minimize the chances of you having a breakdown during the holidays, because Thanksgiving, Christmas, those big holidays, if you do have an issue, guess what? It's going to turn into an emergency. You're going to be paying after hours fees, trying to find a plumbing company that's open on the holidays, trying to get a plumber out there. You know, he wants to be with his family as much as you want to be with your family. So good luck this holiday season. Again, be proactive, do some things. Got anything else you want to close the show up with, Jesse?
No. Yes, I do.
Oh.
Look at it like this.
Yes.
Every time you go on a family vacation and you take in your car, you check the oil, you check the tires, because a breakdown would be disastrous for your family vacation, or any trip for that matter. When we're getting ready to host, or it's your turn to host for the holidays, we usually clean the house. We make sure it looks good, all the surface things. It's a good idea to check all of the other mechanical stuff too. And, check your drains, check all that stuff, and anything else that might be like your furnace, because your furnace is going to be run. It's going to be cold during the holidays. Those kinds of things that can take a fun family get together or a hosting and turn it upside down. So go above and beyond the surface and the cleaning, make sure everything works, and your holidays will be a lot better.
Tell me if this was your experience as a child.
Okay.
Holidays are coming up, and you... Obviously, if you have people coming over, you clean the house, and like mom is like, clean your room, deep clean this, like fold those towels, like everything has to be, it's the cleanest your house has ever been. And then the company walks in the door and mom says, sorry, the house is a mess. Did that ever?
All the time.
Austin, you?
All the time.
I would just sit, Mama, why are you lying? Our house has never been cleaner.
No, I agree with you. That's exactly how ours was.
That's the show.
That's the show.
We'll be back next Tuesday with a new episode of In the House. If you'd like to know more about Any Hour Services, visit anyhourservices.com. Jesse, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Did I have a choice? Like, you were the only one that showed up.
So
like, if I didn't want you here, like,
you could have said no.
No. But then it would have just been me. Which, I mean...
Nobody would have known. I mean, you could have easily...
No one would have known. You brought that little to the episode?
No, I'm saying you could have had a conversation with yourself. You would have been great. I have that much faith in you.
That's nice of you to say. Those are the kind of comments I want people to leave. Nice ones.
Nice ones.
Take after Jesse.
This episode is dropping the same week, Halloween week. So, I mean, happy Halloween. I don't know if I let the folks know.
Have we ever wished anyone a happy holiday, like a whatever the holiday is that's coming up? Have we ever done that before?
Why not start now?
I Well, there's a lot of reasons why not to start now. I'm just wondering what Halloween means, why it means so much to you that you were like, I'm not going to let him in the show without wishing everyone a happy Halloween.
I don't know. I was thinking, well, I mean, you can still end the show.
Well, yeah, I've been trying.
Well, please, I just was thinking over on my side, Halloween's coming up. Why not wish a happy Halloween?
Keep the rappers out of the drains.
Keep your rappers out of the drains.
Mm-hmm.
See, that would have been when it comes to like, hey, when I was like, hey, Austin, you got any ideas and suggestions?
Well, it took me a second. I was thinking about it.
Then you know what? I am really glad you spoke up.
Me too.
That's actually a good, wishing everyone a happy Halloween, like, just not my thing. I don't know that I walk around October 31st and be like, happy Halloween, homie. I mean,
on Halloween Day, you wouldn't say like,
I'm not saying
oh,
that
hey,
I
happy
wouldn't.
Halloween?
I'm just saying that I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't really.
Yeah, I'm not saying
roll
that
around.
it's not like a Christmas.
I don't walk into like our manager huddle and be like, happy Halloween, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You do?
Yeah,
You should start.
I'm not calling
I
my
should start.
grandma like I do on Christmas, wishing her a happy Halloween.
Right. I'm not. Definitely, Halloween's not on the same level as Christmas or even close.
For some people, it is. Why you like jumping to conclusions?
You're the ones talking about Halloween not being important. I'm the one trying to bring it into the conversation.
Look, I did not
talking
say it.
about wishing people happy Halloween.
You are literally putting words in my mouth.
No, you're putting
never-
those words in your
It's
own
like
mouth.
when Jesse was like, "Oh, Mike said
yeah,
to
yeah.
destroy your garbage disposal." I didn't. I never said that Halloween wasn't important. All I said is I don't walk around on Halloween saying "Happy Halloween."
Well, to your point, it's important to some people even more than Christmas. So maybe you should start.
Well, I have to say, I don't walk around to everybody saying "Merry Christmas" either. Like, I'm just not that guy. But I also spend a very good portion of my life trying to avoid people
That is true.
so that I don't have to say anything
So that'd
to
be
them.
more congruent with not saying happy Halloween.
So,
for you.
so for everyone listening that's like saying like this is a weird conversation, I don't say hi to most people.
That's true.
Yeah, like I walk right past them in the parking lot. They'll even say hi to me, and I'm sitting here thinking like, why did he just say that?
It's true.
Like I make an effort with you guys because you're in the room next to me, and it does feel a little odd for me not to acknowledge your presence. Because at some time during the day, I know we're gonna have to meet and like go over things, and so it would be rude, I would think, to just like the only time you hear words coming out of my mouth towards you is like saying that I need something from you. So I want to like give you a what's up, Austin? How you doing?
Happy Halloween.
I would not say that. I mean, I probably will this year, but as a joke,
Perfect.
so that you
Based
would
off
know
this
that I was like,
conversation.
yeah,
Still works.
okay.
If that's what he needs, I think that you should.
As a leader, I do need to hear those things. Here, Mike, this is what I need more of
So you can
from
open
you.
the door. You might have to say that to everybody now. Start with one. Somebody's gonna hear it. They're gonna wonder why you didn't say it to them.
That's true. People get jealous. They're like, oh, wait, you said happy Halloween to Austin, but you didn't say it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a pretty surefire bet. If you see somebody dressed up in costume, you should probably say happy Halloween
yeah.
to them.
That's a given. Absolutely.
But if are you going to dress up Halloween?
I'm not trick or treating. I feel like it's like
You're probably gonna want
if I'm
candy,
going to
though.
a party where I have to dress up, I'll dress up. If I'm trick or treating, I'll dress up. But
You're going to walk around.
Otherwise-
You're going to walk around all day on Halloween, expecting people to just hand out happy Halloweens to
how
you,
did this
but
turn
you're not
into
going to
me-
put the work
How
in.
did this turn
Right.
into me asking for? I was the one giving. I was the one saying happy Halloween. I was not asking for the happy Halloween. I was the one saying. I was the one expressing the happiness of Halloween.
You were saying happy Halloween.
Was I not, Jesse?
Well, I think you said just happy Halloween.
Right.
I think
was
that's what you said.
Wishing happy Halloween.
Yeah, you
Right.
said it. This drops on the week of Halloween.
Yes, that's
so
what
you
you
should
said.
probably wish everyone a happy Halloween
Totally.
because I know I would want happy Halloween said to me.
Putting words in my mouth. Never said it.
There's a lot of things I never said that you said I said.
Not true.
I think we need to listen to what we said.
No, he's right. Hey, drop me a comment. Let me know if you want me to wish you happy Halloween. Austin, happy Halloween.
We'll take a poll.
See, look, You know what? I'm starting to. Did you see the smile that came on his face? If I could deliver smiles to everyone, I probably wouldn't. But I would want people to smile and have the happiness that you just felt right there.
That's what happens when you wish people
touched
happy holidays, Christmases, Thanksgivings.
So what about just happy holidays?
I
think you'd cover everybody.
Totally.
Whether you believe it or don't believe it.
It's up to you to choose the happiness that you want to wish. I like to be specific, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
All right.
Move into Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
It's up to me, the happiness I want to wish. I like it.
Also, drop me a comment. Let me know if you're dressing up for Halloween. I mean, it's this episode, as Austin pointed out, is dropping the week of Halloween, which is next week, right?
Yep.
Which, when posterity goes back and listens, if it's after Halloween, they're going to be like, "Huh, I just wasted 15 minutes of my life on the end of that." But I could have. I was at the end. I was about to say, "I've been your host, Mike Wilson," and I was about to wrap, and you, but to your point, it is good. Don't use your toilet as a garbage can. Don't put wrappers down the drain.
Any kind of drain.
Any drain.
Any drain.
Yeah. Put those in the garbage can. Are we done?
I think we've exhausted
Anything else, Austin? No other ideas?
I think we've exhausted it. I think we did good.
I think we did good too.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a good episode.
Fantastic.
I hope. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm just kidding. I've been your host, Mike Wilson, and you've been listening to In the House. I wonder if you hit it again. It stops it. We found a new feature.
We did.
That's why when we both went to hit the button, we went, and then we both hit it at the same time, but it stopped. Anyway, so that's good.
How could we use that?
See ya.
Peace out.